everyone, welcome to the Dungeon Master's Journey, or the DM's Journey for short. Today I want to talk about initiative. Basically I'm going to tell everyone what it does and why I'm not happy with it, how it is, and what I'm going to change about it. So let's start off. I'm playing D&D 5th edition, D&D 5e for short also. The way initiative works is everybody rolls a dice, adds their initiative modifier, and that determines what order everybody goes inside a combat. So here's the thing, the dice that you roll is a D20, and in all the games I've played in so far, the initiatives are just your dex modifier, so that's ranged from -1 for someone who's put it as the dumb stat to +3 for someone who's put it as the good stat. So issue here is when you roll a D20, so every number on that dice is 5%, so -1 on a D20 roll is just -5%, and +1 +5%. So the difference between somebody who's got dex of 8 and dex of 12 is 10%. So the person who's got -1 dex keeps rolling 15, 16, 17s. The person who roll with a really high dex will roll like 8, 9, 10, 11, will still always go last, even though the character's a lot faster. So it just, I'm not really happy with it, but I'd never really thought about it until last Saturday. So last Saturday I actually got to be a player in a game. It was a family game. We played with children, and one of the kids was a ranger, really good archer, really high dex, had +3 initiative, but seemed to go last on every combat. And if they didn't point that out, I wouldn't have noticed. And it actually got us thinking, well, you know what, I seem to have it where the bard always seems to go first, and the warlock, and in my game, and the actual fighter characters all seem to always go last. And it got us thinking about, well, two things. Firstly, is there a better way to do it? And secondly, do you actually want to go first all the time, or is there any benefits to going last? Now, to address that, I would say that if you're a ranged fighter or you're a wizard and the enemy are just melee fighters, then yeah, going second is really good, because you can see what the enemy all do and then react to everything they do. But generally, you know, in most other situations, I can't really think of many other situations, you want to go earlier, you know, get more shots off, get more spells off, get more attacks in before they attack back, that sort of thing. What do I want to do with initiative? Well, I've had two ideas. So the first one is the one I'm going to try next week. I've already put it onto my chat group with all my players, and they've kind of agreed that, yeah, this should work quite well. So instead of rolling a D20 and adding our initiative modifier, we're going to roll a D10 and add initiative modifier. So that means every modifier, instead of being worth 5%, is worth 10%. Not a massive change, but with average dice rolls, it should balance it out, where the slower characters are going after the faster characters, which is what I want. It just makes it more realistic that way, and I think that'll be better. But we're going to try it, and I'm sure I'll make a video next week with the session recap, and I'll let everybody know how that went. The other system would be a different dice for whatever your modifier is. So -1 would be a D4, 0 a D6, 1 D8, so on and so on. But I kind of like that, but at the same time I think that could be quite complicated. I've been watching a few videos and listening to a few podcasts about what people do for initiative, and I think just changing the dice that you roll is going to be an easier option and something everyone can remember. And at the same time, what I found is with a lot of new players, they get this pack of dice and it has 7 dice in, and they're only using 2 of them during the game, whatever their damage is for their combat, and then the D20, and they're not actually really using anything else. So it's another dice that people get to use, which is a small thing and probably not going to matter to experienced players. But when you're playing with children or playing with new players, and they want to like experience different parts of the game, then it's just another thing that's pretty cool. If you enjoy these videos, please like, share and subscribe. It really helps the channel, and thank you very much for watching.